So I wanted to talk about uh, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, and so you probably understand why this is a good game because of the open world exploration and the fact that you can go anywhere, and and there's just so much to see, and it's just a lot of fun to discover new places and stuff. So a lot of the complaints that people have about it online is that the story wasn't good, and so I want to talk about a big reason why people think that the story isn't good. So the reason they think this is that nothing really happens in the game. Everything happened 100 years ago. Like Calamity Ganon invaded in invaded Hyrule, and he had like this legion of minions fighting against like the four regions, and that all happened 100 years ago, and now now nothing really happens. All that happens is that Link Link goes to Link gets resurrected 100 years later, and what eventually happens is that he visits these four regions and he activates the divine beasts. And what that does is that it allows him to break the barrier that's protecting Hyrule Castle, and he's able to get into Hyrule Castle to kill Calamity Ganon. So I think what could have made this story better is that, okay, so let's just say that 100 years ago, Calamity Ganon's forces overwhelmed these four regions, and like the military groups scattered and went into hiding because they thought that it was hopeless. But what could have been the story for Breath of the Wild is that Link So what could have happened is like Link was like this guy who was destined to bring these forces together, unite these forces, and put them against Calamity Ganon and his forces. So I think this could have made for a more action-packed and interesting story for Breath of the Wild. And so as you may know, in Breath of the Wild, Link loses a lot of his memories, and he has to go to various places in order to recover these memories. So what I think could have made the story interesting is that, let's say that Link reunites with Zelda, and Zelda they have all these memories together, but Zelda's the only one who remembers them, and Link is like this empty shell what he used to be. And what I think could have made an interesting story is that, or I could have made an interesting story is that as they spend time together, Link slowly starts to remember who she was to him. So, in my opinion, this type of relationship would have made audiences more engaged in the story.